Hi friends, I am Rijo Joseph and welcome to our channel. Things have been keeping me busy, so I have not been able to shoot videos of lately, but now I'll try to be more regular with this. So let's get to today's topic. Interviewing has been an important part of hiring for a job, and it is very important to make the best impression in a job interview. Well, there are certain skills that will help you to make the best impression possible. And here we are going to tell you 10 skills that will help you and assist you in your job interviews and help you stand out from the other candidates. So let's begin. Number one, research. Well, before going into an interview, it is very important to research about the company and the post that you are applying for. And there are several ways in which you can research about the organization. Like number one, review their website, especially the about page on the website. Number two, Google the company's name and read any press release or any other kind of information available from a legitimate source. Number three, have an in-depth look at the social media handles of the company and be regular with whatever they are posting. Number four, talk to the employees of that company if possible to have a better understanding of the work culture of that organization. Number five, research the job platforms where the previous employees as well as the current employers give reviews about that particular company or the organization. Now, talking about researching about the post that you are applying for, well, read about the post properly. Understand an in-depth knowledge or have an in-depth knowledge about everything that is required for that post, job title, as well as the work profile in that job that you are applying for. And once you are done with the research, it's time to go to the next step. Second step in process is preparation. Well, never go unprepared for any kind of job interview because that will have a negative impact on you as a candidate. And most of the hiring managers are way ahead in judging that whether you are prepared for the interview or you are not. Basically, for preparing for the interview, at least keep few minutes to few hours a day before the interview so that you are prepared for the next day. And there are few ways to prepare for the interview, job interview, like number one, read about the job title, the requirement of the job, what all things need to be done in that particular job, what is the job profile of that particular post that you are applying for. Next, come up with specific answers for the potential questions for the post that you are applying for, related to the post that you are applying for. Number three, be specifically clear about the post that you are applying for and have the questions in hand to ask about that particular job post. Next, go through your resume and the cover letter so that you are well aware of how you presented yourself initially to the company. Next, spend some time in finding out or figuring out the questions that can be asked relating to the post that you are applying for. Moving a step forward, please do research about the non-specific interview questions that can generally be asked which are not related to the position or the post that you are applying for, and do practice them. Next in line is spend one day before or few days beforehand only, start practicing these questions with any friends or family members, so that will take the fear out of you. And the last step of preparation is the most important. Prepare some examples from your previous job. Likewise, the milestones that you have achieved, the challenges that you have overcome, and the success that you have achieved in the previous job. That will help you in your answers and make you look more confident about the post that you are applying for. Next skill or attribute that helps you in an interview is punctuality. Punctuality is one of the most important things when you are going for an interview. Reach minimum 15 minutes before the time of the interview. Punctuality is something that hiring managers and the employers always look for a candidate whom they are going to hire. And reaching before the time will definitely make them feel that you are going to be on time even if you are hired for the company. Now, to reach on time or be punctual, you need to do certain things a night before the day of the interview. You need to set up your purse or your briefcase or all the documents that you are going to take. Next in hand, you need to be sure about what you're wearing on the day of interview. Then next, please set an alarm and make sure that you have a reliable transportations so that you are able to reach there or reach the venue of interview on time. Next attribute or the skill that you need is professionalism. Professionalism goes a long way when it comes to clearing an interview and working for a big organization. The first thing in professionalism is your dress code. When you are getting dressed up for your interview, make sure that you are not wearing loud colors, clothes too short or too big, clothes too loose, or clothes too flamboyant or too revealing. Make sure that you are wearing neutral colors so that you don't come across to be very funky kind of personality. Aiming for an outfit with neutral colors will help you seem not very distracted and not very loud. If you are not very clear about what to wear on the day of the interview, please try to dress up in a formal way so that you don't look very informal when you are there to give the interview. Next step in professionalism is your behavior when you are at the place of interview. When you are at the place of interview, please use a very professional language. Greet everyone, especially the interviewers. And once you are there talking to the interviewers or anyone around, please make sure that you are polite enough. Your politeness and professional kind of talk will help them understand that you are genuinely going to be a very big asset for the company. Next skill set or the attribute that you need during an interview is communication. Good communication skills are very important or crucial during the job interviews. That includes written, verbal, and non-verbal communications. So let me give you some tips on communication that you need to learn before going for an interview. Number one, address the employer by his or her name and make sure that you are pronouncing the name right. Number two, begin the interview with appropriate small talk. Make sure that you come prepared with certain conversation starters that are conducive to the interviewing setup or the interviewing atmosphere. Number three, match your communication style to the hiring manager. If the hiring manager is more professional in his or her talk, please try to copy their style of communication. If the hiring manager is upbeat and is offering jokes here and there, please don't be afraid to do the same, provided it is falling appropriate. Number four, if there is somebody else also who is being interviewed along with you, please don't interrupt that person if he is asked for something. If he is asked any questions, let him complete the answer, then only speak up if you are asked. Next in line is don't use jargon and abbreviated language to talk to the interviewer. Next is you can even go to an extent of copying the interviewer's body language. If he is sitting upright with his hands on table, please try to do the same. And if he is sitting relaxed back on the chair, you can also do it at times. Having said that, please be aware of your body language so that you are able to present yourself in the most professional and positive way. Sixth skill that is required to crack an interview is the art of listening. Listening is a very important part of any kind of conversation that you are doing. It may seem to be very normal that you are listening to a person and side by side you are even thinking of how to respond to that person. Sometimes it may seem to be very wise, but what happens during this time is we try to overlook or we don't listen properly what the other person is speaking. Try to listen to what the other person or the interviewer is asking you. Try to comprehend the question bit by bit and then prepare your answer when the time comes. So, do listen to the interviewer and everyone present in the panel of interviewers that what they are speaking and what exactly are they asking so that you are sure of that you are answering the right thing. Seventh skill that you need is the art of asking questions. Hiring managers always ask the candidates if they have any questions after the interview is being conducted or in between the interview. And most of the hiring managers and interviewers look forward to the candidate, those who are asking very genuine questions about the company and the post that they are applying for. Because these questions bring out their interest in the company and the post they are applying for. So, what I would suggest you is to go prepared with certain questions in hand for the post that you are applying for and about the company that you, to make them feel that you are genuinely interested in the company and genuinely interested to get that particular job. Next skill that is required and is one of the most important skills is confidence. It is often said that if you have confidence, half the battle is won. Confidence takes you a long way when an interview is concerned. Arrive at the interview to discuss your accomplishments, your success stories, and your abilities so that it comes off very clear that you have all the belief in yourself. But one thing that you need to be clear and very careful is that your confidence should be kind and a genuine kind of confidence rather than boasting on your educational qualifications or your previous experiences. There is a very thin line between appearing very confident, appearing boastful. Next skill is showing interest. It is very important to show genuine interest in the post that you are applying for and the company that you are applying into. If you show a certain kind of disinterest or apathy during the interview, the hiring managers or the interviewers may feel that you don't really care about the result of the interview or you really don't want that job. And that may go against you. Work to show earnest interest in the organization and the post that you are applying for. Work to show interest in knowing more about the post that you are applying for during your interview. So that will make the hiring managers think that you are genuinely interested in getting or becoming a part of their organization. The last skill in hand that you require to clear an interview is follow up. And most of the candidates don't find it important or they don't find the importance of following up for the interview. Follow up goes a long way when it comes to impressing an interviewer and showing your interest in that particular company. How to follow up? Immediately after the interview, a thank you card or a thank you email can be shot to the hiring managers or to the company just to show your concern and your interest into the company, and thanking them for the time and the opportunity that they have given you in talking to you. And this will provide a very positive impression of you onto the hiring manager, and most probably you will get the job. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you really liked what we are presenting you. If you have any other ideas that how to crack the interview that I may have missed out, please feel free to comment it in the comment section. Thank you and God bless you all.